Hello everyone, Anina Malherbe-Lan back for Vivid Earth, here to bring you the truth and nothing but the truth. So today I just wanted to bring something for the South Africans in the audience, which others may find interesting as well, because the hornet's nest is being opened up here in this country, and we're going to see some interesting things in the coming days and weeks. But now I specifically wanted to comment on just a few South African commentators that are just pretending to bring you the truth, but is actually not. Okay, I've just been watching this unfold. You know, the whole Trump saga, the whole saga with pausing US aid, him offering refugee status to the Afrikaners and offering them a place to live and work and in the US and all of these things. Firstly, I just want to say nothing is as it seems, okay? You cannot look at the world events as it plays out in the mainstream media and know what's going on, because we're in the middle of a military operation globally. If you're new to this channel, yes, it is true. Okay, this country has been, this globe, this planet has been captured for millennia. Okay, and that is busy being undone. It's not about Trump. There's a much bigger military operation happening in the background. And this is 5D chess, my friend. So unless you can play 5G chess, you need to sit this one out. You really do. I'm just talking specifically about an episode. Sometimes I like to peek into the semi-mainstream to see what are people saying, what are they thinking, are they evolving, are they waking up? And sadly, many are still just offering limited hangout. Either that, or they're ignorant, or they control the opposition, or maybe a bit of all of those things. So I briefly listened to an interview yesterday of The Morning Shot, which is a South African podcast, and he was interviewing Rob Hersov, who's very much in the news lately, supporting Trump, speaking out against the local government, and have all sorts of things to say about government and what's going on in politics. And you know, a lot of people have started following this guy and started listening with interest as to what he has to say, because it does seem to make a lot of sense. He seems very measured and with his delivery and his insights, and I think a lot of people enjoy that, you know. And he seems to be sticking out his neck to tell the truth. So yesterday I was interviewed on The Morning Shot, and I was just watching this interview play out, and it all sounds really good. And, you know, like, these people are awake. They know what's going on in the world, especially South Africa. And when I realized something was very wrong was when I forgot who's the guy, you know, that actually is the podcaster of the series. I don't know what his name is. I forgot. Maybe I didn't know. I don't really watch it, to be honest. When he was saying, oh, there's some people that are bringing forth, you know, that claim that, you know, all the land is actually owned by the crown, and, you know, how ridiculous. I was like, that got me thinking. That got my attention, seriously. I was like, what's going on here? Those two gentlemen just skirted around the issues that are really going on in this country, like many other countries around the world. We are a captured state, and I don't mean the ANC. They are just the puppets, my friend. They're literally just the puppets. So you talking about the ANC and everything that they do, you're missing the point completely, because these guys are just puppets. When you talk about Cyril Ramaphosa doing this or that, he's not doing anything. He's literally just saying what he needs to say, reading his script, delivering his performance. Okay. There's nothing about that man that is free will, or that comes out of his brain. Like, literally everything is scripted. If you don't yet know this, I don't know what to tell you. I literally do not know what to tell you. So, you know, in my mind, this is a limited hangout, because they keep focusing on these men, and of course, saying it's all their fault and all of these things, while the Rothschilds have captured our central bank, like all of the others, and we basically answered to the crown. He was saying that, oh, somebody says our taxes are going to the crown. And yes, it is. It's actually going to the Vatican, to be quite honest. They own all the land, by the way. That's why, we pay property taxes. We're actually renting it from them. We actually think we own the land. If you really look at it, we don't. But that is another rabbit hole that I can't get into now because it's very complex and it'll take a lot of time. But just to say that our country is very much controlled by the crown and all of the political parties with any kind of spotlight on them. Anyone that is near sort of front running in the top percentage. Now I'm talking about probably the top 6 or 10. I don't know what the number is, but it could be as many as 10 of the top political parties are all owned and paid for by the same masters. So stop blabbering on about the DA said this, the EFF said that, the ANC said this. This is all just theater. It's there to distract us. It's there to divide us. They're all in bed together. They all play with the same masters. They're all paid from the same checkbook. Okay. And if you don't even acknowledge that, I've got a major problem with that. And I basically see you as controlled opposition because those two men should know what's going on, yet they don't talk about it. This country is captured, our central bank is captured, we answer to the masters in Europe. The Ruperts are part of that control system. So, Rob says he worked for the Ruperts, this and that. So either he was very low down or he's lying to us. Okay, it's one of the two. If you don't know what's going on and you don't talk about it, that means you're delivering a limited hangout to the people deliberately to distract them. There's no other way to look at that. I'm sorry. I'm just calling this one out. And I'm not going to actually listen to this crap anymore. And I need to speak my mind about this. Okay? These guys clearly are controlled opposition. If they don't talk about the straw man that has been made out of each and every one of us, our birth certificates being traded on the stock exchange like we cattle, same thing. If they don't talk about that and they don't talk about the control systems that are really in charge of this country, people talking about, oh, actually, the apartheid government wasn't that bad. Everything was great. And then, the ANC took over. The ANC didn't take over shit, my friend. They were placed there. This was all strategized, instigated out of London. This whole freedom movement was planned out of London. And this is just, it was a way to destroy the country, to rape and pillage the country more easily. And just like the same agenda, like everywhere else, destroy the country, destroy America, destroy the UK, destroy Germany. It is the same strategy, the same old strategy. And it's been going on for a long time. And the fact that nobody acknowledges that this is actually a corporation, a private corporation, SA Inc., masquerading as a government. You should know that if you're in that position. If you know what you say you know, you should know that. So my question is, why are you not telling the public? Okay, there is a corporation. You can look at who's on that board. I've got the paperwork. It's registered in Washington, D.C. And it pretends to be our government, and it's fooled everyone in this country. And you can't even tell the sheeple anything otherwise because they will defend, like with Stockholm syndrome, their captors because they don't even know they are slaves. They don't even know they are dead slaves. Okay, they trade all our birth certificates, bonds on the stock exchange. So we are dead slaves. All of the capital made available in this country and every other country around the world is based on our labor, our sweat, blood, sweat, and tears as it's traded on the stock exchange. Every single loan that you apply for, you've already funded. So you're paying them for a third time, and they sell it on as well. Everyone with half a brain should know this. Anyone who knows what's going on should know this. Some don't talk about it deliberately, obviously. And what are those some? Some people. They could be the enemy, they could be controlled opposition, they could be ignorant, but I don't think in this case they are. It's a limited hangout to keep you distracted, to throw you another new carrot to chew on, because the old ones don't taste so good anymore. The gig is up, so they're throwing you a new carrot. Okay? Rob Hersov is throwing you that carrot, in my opinion. So don't take it. It's time to expose all the lies. It's time to expose everything. We're going to be bankrupting this corporation, and we're going back to the organic republic of South Africa. Okay, we're going back there, just like the US is busy going back there. And Rob supporting Trump is a strategy to reach a different audience in South Africa. And that's why it's called controlled opposition. Okay. But he doesn't talk about, he doesn't acknowledge, and perhaps he doesn't know what's going on in the background. Okay. There's a huge operation behind Trump, and it's not just about the US. It's about all the countries of the world. And the fact that South Africa came into the spotlight recently is not by accident. Cyril Ramaphosa didn't accidentally start speaking about expropriation without a compensation. Why at this moment did he start speaking for it? Because I'm pretty sure he's answering to new masters. And those are the Earth Alliance that are rooting out this cabal, like I said to you before. So this narrative had to come into the public sphere again. It had to make headline news. And it was a kind of an in to say, okay, South Africa, your number is up. We're starting the clean out. We've already removed the ones at the top. We're now going for the middle management. And there are people that are still holding on. In my mind, Rob and others are just minions in the middle management part of this cabal, grasping at straws. It's all going down, guys. It's all going to be exposed. The question is just how soon. That's the only question. And a lot of this disclosure depends on the people, we the people, the masses, how soon they wake up, how soon they're prepared to acknowledge the truth. Right now in the US, obviously mass disclosure. But can you believe some people in our community are very disappointed that the disclosure is not happening fast enough? That all of the information about the little ones that are still suffering, much of it has been removed. Much of the horrific things that are happening in dumps underground has been removed. But there is still a lot of trafficking going on. There are still a lot of them suffering. And people are upset that this is not happening fast enough. Unfortunately, if you want to avoid a civil war and people just jumping off bridges, you've got to do this very slowly. So what I'm saying is, the more we come on board, the more we claim back our sovereignty, the more we speak the truth, the more we unapologetically speak the truth, the quicker this happens. Because this is not a one-way street. This is a dual operation. And we the people are part of that. And I know a lot of my audience are very awake. They know everything, what is going on, but perhaps there's some newbies as well. So it's time for you to educate yourself. Go down the rabbit hole. Do not be afraid to use your critical thinking skills or to really, really dive deep and see all the darkness. Look it in the face and still come out instead of it all. And this is why we're in this movement. Why otherwise are we in this movement? Why otherwise have I sacrificed so many things in my life to speak the truth? Businesses, relationships, reputations. I can go on and on, but these are the most important things. Why else am I doing this? Believe me, I had a good life. I was very successful in business. I had an incredible network. I had a pretty good life at face value. But I risked it all to speak the truth, to get the truth out, and to educate people out there. And it's time for you to join me in that mission of speaking the truth and not being afraid to speak the truth. What is the worst that can happen? One day when this is all over, are you going to say, shit, I kind of knew what was going on, but I was too afraid to speak out. I wasn't brave enough. Are you going to be that person? Or are you going to be that person that says, I am eternally grateful that I joined this fight. I risked it all to wake people up to join this fight, to save the planet. Because this is a planetary war. It's a spiritual war. So if I talk woo-woo every now and again, which I do a lot, the newbies do not dismiss that, because this is a spiritual war. And I'm not religious. I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about the fact that this is a spiritual war. We're fighting against evil forces, Satan himself. This planet is run by Satanists. Okay, you might not be religious, but I'm pretty sure you don't want to be run by Satanists, right? These guys are ruthless. So I'm just saying there's something funny going on here, and I'm calling it out. And those two gentlemen are very welcome to join me on this planet. I don't have 100,000 followers because I don't toe the line and I don't deliver on sponsors and mandates. Okay. This channel is not monetized. I got cancelled, deleted many times, but I'm back and I'm here and I won't give up. You ain't seen nothing yet. But they're welcome to come and speak with me on this. I invite them. I'll debate them. I'll ask them difficult questions. And I want to know how they're going to answer those difficult questions. The truth is, they're not going to want to answer those questions because they're either not allowed to speak about it or, perhaps they're just ignorant. I don't know. You make up your own mind. I'm just saying I'm tired of the hypocrisy and the limited hangouts and the stupidest information, disinformation out there. People that tell you crap. So stop listening to those people. Stop being pulled in this direction, like wherever the wind blows, you blow with it. These people don't know what the hell they are talking about. Or if they do, you should be seriously scared and you should run the other way because they do not have your best interests at heart. Trust me. Okay, so I'm calling this out. I mean, I've heard a long time ago that, Roberts controlled opposition, but I actually thought I will start listening to some of these things and listen to his point of view. Maybe it's not the case. Maybe he's changed. Well, in this latest interview, he just gave himself away and he showed his hand, and it's very clear who's paying that hand. Okay. So do not be deceived by people that say, I'm a billionaire. Okay. We're all like, oh, he's a billionaire. We better listen to him. A billionaire of what? Monopoly money? How wealthy is your soul? How wealthy is your spirit? That's the only thing that's going to count in a couple of years from now. So hold on to that monopoly money. Have a good game. Have a good last game. It's not going to last too much longer. There's big disruptions coming, not only to this country, but the world. Financial systems are shifting. Everything is shifting. You're going to see chaos very soon. But these changes are necessary. We have to take all of these systems back. We have to reorganize them. We have to make them in service of humanity and not the 1% that think they rule this world, because they don't. We are the 99%. Once we all take hands, when we say no to being divided and conquered, we say no, I do not consent, everything changes. So it's time to stick your neck out, to tell the truth, and to actually do the research. Don't be biased and think you know everything, because you don't. If anyone is interested, you can ask me in the comments. If you want more information, maybe I'll send you a couple of documentaries to get you started. But really, this is an individual journey where we, each and every one of us, have to go down the rabbit hole and look at everything, all points of views. It's not just you watch 1 or 2 documentaries and you know what's going on, because how can you trust those documentaries? So you look at all the research and you connect the dots. It's called pattern recognition. If you stop feeding yourself with poison, you can switch on that gene again, pattern recognition. Your third eye will show you the way. Stop eating junk, stop eating poison, stop drinking tap water flushed with fluoride, and block your pineal gland. Stop drinking, stop smoking, stop putting any of these toxins into your body, and you'll see. You'll start waking up, because you'll start seeing beyond the veil. Okay? So that's my 5 cents. If anyone disagrees, let me know in the comments, but I'm not going to skirt around the issue. I'm going to tell it to you like it is, because that's my promise to you. I don't beat around the bush. I've never done that. And I'm one of those people that people say, "Oh, she's way too direct." Just like, but you know what? That is just me. I'd rather be very direct than mislead you and send you down the garden path. Okay, so you choose. You're welcome to take a stroll in the garden for all I care. But I'm not going to be part of the deception. I'm not going to be part of the limited hangout. I'm going to speak my mind, and hopefully it will help a couple of people. So that's it, guys. More to come, but let's just say things are going to get very, very interesting in this country. I cannot wait for it all to be revealed. It's coming. So enjoy the show. I'll see you in the next one.